There is always that moment when we all feel like an outsider. And research shows it's because you don't know who you are. But the truth is,
More water is coming. You wanna go walk again?
no, I'm good. Got my refreshing morning shower just now. The things we do for the shot. Oh, that was crazy. Oh, that shit goes. So we in Curiero. I'm pretty sure I'm probably saying that wrong. The last time we were here in Spain, somebody was sick. But the views up here look absolutely stunning. Now, I'm doing the best part of when you walk up, and that's walking down. And I don't want to take the expressway, so I'm gonna put this camera away. Hey, beautiful lady.
Hello.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
So we've been in Spain now for a couple of months. Well, has it been a
Not
couple
really,
months?
but
But like a
okay.
month and some change,
Yes.
right? Do you get excited being back, or is it just like, I'm home, this is Spain, it's what it is? It's
No,
like,
I get super excited.
what makes you excited to come back home?
Well, first because it's home, right? And second because even though sometimes I go to new places, I also go to places that I have been before, and it's like so good to see how the places have evolved and to eat the food that I know is great and go to some restaurants that I have gone before. I don't know, it's like reunited with yourself.
Reunited and it feels so good?
Yeah, reunited and it feels so good.
Yeah, we ain't gonna do that.
Okay.
I've never felt that way about going back to the US at all. And it's where I grew up, it's where my family and friends are, where all my childhood memories are. But when I think about it now, I feel like an outsider, like I feel like I don't belong. But for Maria, it's not the same. And I found it interesting because the things that make us feel like we belong to a community, a team, or a country are different. For instance, for her, memories are important.
So I grew up in this apartment, and it's so cool because my best friend lived across. Well, yeah, she lived across the door, my door, but her mom still lives there. So every time that we come, it's like I'm coming back home in a way. So because I don't know the people who lives here, I cannot go in. But what I do is that I go inside my friend's house and I look at my room from her window and everything, and it's so cool. This might not make it to the video, maybe only for members, but this is embarrassing. My mother used to buy me everything because she was guilty of not being with me. So anything that I would want, I would get. And there was this year that I asked for roller skates, and I learned how to roller skate really good, believe it or not. But
I don't.
once I was roller skating down this street and I got so much pee on me, I couldn't hold it. So I was roller skating and I squatted and I pee on the street.
Rolling down the block?
Yes. That's horrible, I know, but it's just one of those memories that I still have. I don't have painful memories at all from this place. I love this place. I don't know, I feel safe. It's like my safe cocoon. Cocoon. I talked with Alicia, my best friend, and I always like come back and visit her. I'm like, you're so lucky because you still live in the neighborhood. And she's like, oh, I hate this place. I just want to leave. But for me, it's like, I just want to move back here. I will buy one of these old apartments and move back here so I can have a place back home.
You really did piss down the street
Yes, I
on
did.
roller skates.
Yep.
Tell you learn something new about the ones you love every day.
I never told you about
No,
it?
you didn't tell me about that one. But anyway, you know, my childhood memories are how I do remember my crazy ones of playing on the train tracks, my father giving me beer for the first time, or even getting me addicted to coffee. All those memories I cherish, but I think the difference between Maria and I is that hers tend to rely on more external factors like her friends, family, and environment, whereas mine tend to be more internal, of peace of mind and being comfortable, being able to be comfortable being me. And don't get me wrong, all those things there can happen through external factors, but I feel at first you have to have that unconditional self-acceptance. But I know there's more to it than just that. Do you feel some type of way when you actually interact with people back in Spain as opposed to when you're traveling the world?
I mean, I like that I can communicate, so I think that that's my fault because probably I should learn the languages of the places that I go so I can have the same conversations with other people as I go. But it just feels good because, like, we love to interact with people that is sitting next to you and things like that. So it's always good. Like, I don't know. It's like, let's chat. Let me meet you.
Let me meet you.
Let me see who you are.
We've been traveling all around Spain with our friends. Let's just say earthquake, hurricane, or Godzilla came and just destroyed Parla. Hey, where would be the next place that you would call home?
Oh, without a doubt, the north of Spain. It could be
Which Spain?
Galicia. Spain.
I just want to know which Spain because I thought it was Spain, not a Spain.
Spain.
Spain. Okay.
So whether it's Galicia or Asturias, I really like the north. I like Cantabria too, but I feel like I have like a more connection with Cantabria. Galicia. I really, really enjoy that. And I don't know if it's because of the people, it's so warm. Even though, at the beginning, everybody thinks that people in the north is like super cold and serious and blah, blah, but I just find it like so welcoming and nice and like, people that you can talk to, like they're very like approachable, if that makes sense.
That's what's important to you, for you to feel like you are.
In this case, yes, right? Because, for example, we talk about Parla. It's not that I'm going around talking to everybody or feeling that necessarily that same warmth. But I think that and the combination of the food and the combination of how beautiful it is surrounded by the water and the mountains, yeah, I would say the combination of all those things will make my second home, Galicia.
What would be the thing that makes you feel like you belong there? What is that thing? Because, I mean, you can find nature in other places. You can find great
anywhere,
food in other places. So.
I think it's that need of belonging and feeling identified with something. So, even though I don't look Spanish because my facial features are not necessarily like the typical Spaniard girl, I feel like here I think similar to the people that is around me. Like I have the same likes or the same priorities, like quality of life, family time, friends time. Like it's like I'm in sync.
I like that. That's a good way to
Yeah, it's like I'm in sync with what's happening. So the funny thing is that because of how I look, sometimes I have been treated like an outsider. But I have never felt like an outsider. I feel like the most Spaniard, proudest woman in the world. Like I take my naps, I curse every other word, and I make excuses to defend and justify all the nonsense that we have here in Spain. But this is the opposite to Lilas. Now, what this has shown us is that first, it's okay to feel like an outsider. Even in the places that we love to be. Sometimes we feel like we're not a part of it. And in some cases, accept it.
Now, I think the second thing is self-acceptance. And I believe it to be very crucial towards all of it because you gotta know who you are and what are your core values and beliefs and be able to be comfortable being you. And that's whether you're an eccentric, fearless, courageous, outgoing person or a bitch like me who would run and leaving his family and friends behind without warning, by the way, at the first sign of danger. Okay, so there is a third thing, and the third thing is to think new. And I know that sounds weird, but hear me out. I'm talking about new connections, new experiences, and so on. Because all the values that I hold dear to me today, I didn't know were important to me until I went to Turkey. And I didn't want to go because obviously I was terrified, but also I was comfortable. Comfortable with being an outsider because I felt like I would never find a place that I felt like I belonged. And if you want to see what my experience was trying something new, then check this video out here.